Well, welcome everyone. It's Kurt Nadervelt, CEO of Rainstar Capital Group, and I'm excited today to be discussing our commercial banker partner program. Here at Rainstar Capital Group, over 75% of our business comes from referrals. And commercial bankers are by far and large probably the main referral source of the transactions that we get here at Rainstar Capital Group. And so today we're going to be going through how our commercial banker partner program works. And so if you're watching this video, we work with all different types of bankers. It could be a banker that works for a local community bank. It could be a banker that works for a regional bank, or a banker that works at a top 10 or top 20 bank. And typically the bankers that we work with either are the business banker, like a business branch manager, the vice president of commercial lending, an SBA lender, or someone in the leadership role at the bank. And so the value that we provide to bankers is that we have the ability to come in and very simply fund the transactions that your bank might not want to fund. And so first, before we jump into that, let's talk a little bit about our background. We had launched Rainstar Capital Group back in January of 2014. And before that, I had launched a marketing firm back in October of 2010. And that marketing firm, Rainstar Marketing, has served over 100 clients that have been primarily fund managers and direct lenders in the commercial real estate and the corporate finance environments. And the marketing firm provided for those direct lenders a whole different slew of marketing services, everything from email marketing, PR news releases. We provided CRM implementation for a lot of the commercial loan officers. But what we mainly focused on was building out lead generation marketing campaigns for clients on the business social network LinkedIn. LinkedIn is just such an awesome platform to be able to reach your target audience, and so we have built a very strong track record in that space. And so currently today, with our platform here at Rainstar Capital Group, we have over 200 registered lenders on the platform, and while we do have some nationwide banks, the majority of our platform is built primarily off of non-bank lenders. And these non-bank lenders then allow us to be a little more creative when it comes to getting transactions complete. And the product lines that we help clients in are commercial real estate financing, corporate finance, small business, and equipment financing. We're going to do kind of a deeper dive into the lending platform in a little bit. But for right now, let's talk a little bit about why you're watching this presentation today, and why you should look to partner with us so that we can assist you and your clients. So one of the big battles, again, that banks have, and that vice presidents of commercial lending have, is that they go out and they obviously look to bring in business into the bank, right? And the battle sometimes that they have is that when they bring that business into the bank, for whatever reason, we typically see the reasons deals that the banks are not doing as typically they don't meet the year in business requirement. Second, they don't have the requisite credit scores that the bank would desire for the borrower to have. Third would be the revenues. And then fourth would be the collateral value, or the types of collateral that the bank is comfortable extending the liquidity against. So by partnering with Rainstar and leveraging our platform of alternative financing, what we allow our bankers to do is to create that credibility with clients, because that borrower still has that financing need, right? If you as the bank can't provide it to them, if you say no to it, they still need to purchase that inventory, right? They still need to buy that equipment. They still need that working capital line to make their payroll. And so we can come in, and one of our big messages to bankers is we provide kind of what we call bridge to bankable solutions. And so that's one of our websites and our platforms that we've built, bridgetobankable.com. And feel free to go check it out. And the concept of bridge to bankable is that if a client's not bankable today, the good news is he or she can be in the future. And they just have to put a plan in place to be able to get back to bankable status, right? But in the meantime, again, they need capital. They need to be able to have the liquidity to be able to run their business. And so that's where we come in. That's where we can bring in our platform over 200 registered lenders and cover their commercial real estate, corporate finance, small business, and equipment financing needs. And so what it allows you as the banker to do is it allows you then to maintain credibility with that client by giving them a trusted referral source that can assist them, with their needs. And so second, we see a lot of our bankers that work with us growing their deposit base because, again, a client comes to a bank normally looking for capital. They may be looking, of course, to change their deposits, but one of the main drivers or the main focuses that all bankers have is to grow their deposit base. And so by having a solution, not just saying, hey, sorry, we can't help you, best wishes to you, to the client. Now you can say, we can, get you, or we can, send you over to Rainstar Capital Group, and they may be able to assist you with, the liquidity that you need. So liquidity issues, again, cash flow issues are what a lot of our platform helps to solve. And also then what this does is allows you to gain more loan clients, for clients that'll be, wanting to work with you in the future after they get back to that bankable status. And then, we also give a lot of referrals back to our bankers because, again, a lot of these clients, once they've gotten their credit score up, once they've gotten the net operating income from the property up, or their revenues from the business have grown, they want to get back into bankable status. So this creates kind of a two-way street. So for the Rainstar Capital Group director that you're speaking with, highly recommend that you speak with them because we always have clients coming through the system that do need bank solutions, and so we like to be able to place that with our bank referral partners as well. So then finally, like I mentioned, the bridge to bankable model. Again, taking a client that might not be bankable today, providing them some sort of alternative financing solution, and so that we can be that bridge to get them back into your portfolios of being bankable. So let's go through a deep dive now on our lending platform. Like I mentioned, we do have some banks on the platform, but primarily it's built off of non-bank lenders. We have a lot of hedge funds, a lot of private equity firms. We're very active in equipment financing. We have a lot of specialty finance firms on the platform. And then when it comes to commercial real estate, we have pension funds, agency lenders, insurance companies. Bridge lending is a very big niche for us. We have a lot of bridge lenders that will come in and do discounted payoffs on the commercial real estate side. We also have lenders that will come in and finance note acquisition. So if you have a commercial loan workout department and you need assistance with getting those loans off your books or those properties off your books, we have a lot of lenders that like to come in and provide bridge capital in those situations. And then number 10, FinTech Lenders. I think we've done a really good job partnering with a lot of the FinTech lenders in the space. To us, borrowers want capital yesterday is the running joke that we have. They don't want to wait forever. And I'm sure you see that too in your work as a banker. And so the nice thing about FinTech lenders is that we can fund clients in as fast as 4 hours, which sounds almost unreal. I've had many a banker when we've been having lunch together kind of have their jaw drop. But the beauty of FinTech is these online lenders have built out algorithms and software and underwriting systems that can very quickly underwrite the cash flow of that borrower so that they can extend them liquidity. So we have FinTech lenders that will provide lines of credit. We have FinTech lenders that will provide term loans. We also have FinTech lenders that will provide different other accounts receivable financing and purchase order financing as well. So the non-bank lenders then, they typically have less lending restrictions. They're still going to look at the cash flow, credit, and collateral, similar to how you would as a banker. But again, they typically tend to prioritize one of the other 3 C's over the other. And that's where here at Rainstar Capital Group, we really feel our role is putting the pieces of the transaction together so that we can get that transaction completed. The pieces of the puzzle always are going to be different. But by having such a diverse platform with over 200 registered lenders, it allows us to be a little more creative when we go to get the liquidity that the client needs and get that deal done. So now we're going to do a deep dive into a lot of the programs that we provide to our clients once a banker has sent that referral our way. The first thing that we're going to do, by the way, when you as the banker send the deal to us, is we're going to go through what we call a debt discovery process, both with the client and sometimes you as a referral partner, just to get an understanding of why the bank is rejecting the transaction and what the main issues are. Are there any sort of skeletons in the closet? And we're going to underwrite and obviously look at the 3 C's. We're also going to look at character as well as the fourth C. And so some of the programs that I'm not going to go through every one of these, but we're going to kind of highlight some of the big ones. The first one is pretty big. We're very active in the merchant cash advance debt consolidation space. A lot of clients get stuck in those merchant cash advances, and the problem with them is that they have a daily or a weekly repayment, which tends to suck out a lot of the cash flow of the business from the business checking account. And so we have some alternative term loan products and lines of credit that we typically look to get clients in. So merchant cash advances, if you have clients that are kind of stuck in those and they're kind of bleeding cash flow, feel free to send them our way. We've got a lot of really nice solutions for that. Equipment financing number 2 and 4, like I mentioned, are very, very active. We're very busy with equipment financing. And we can do transactions in the equipment space as low as 5,000 all the way up to 50 million. So a very, very wide and broad spectrum. Purchase order financing is a big one. We see a lot of need for that. We have some of the larger players, the alternative players on our platform that do that. Also some FinTech lenders, and then accounts receivable financing. We have lots of different lenders that do AR financing. Continuing on, commercial vehicles are big. Like I mentioned, the working capital solutions for smaller businesses we're very active with. We've got a very good business credit card program that works for startups. It's very popular. We also have a 4-hour business loan program and a 48-hour business loan program. Both those are term products. Very good solution, very quick solution, especially if a client needs to make payroll, if they need to buy inventory, if they have kind of what we call an instant liquidity need. And so contractors number 14 are a big one as well. We've got a really innovative credit line program that goes from 50,000 up to 10 million, and subcontractors always typically have cash flow issues, especially when it comes to projects that they're working on. And so we have a really great credit line solution that covers the materials and supplies. And so along with that, you can see some of the other programs here. Obviously some equipment. We've also got programs for rental homes. And so continuing on here, I think from this slide, we'll kind of pull out bridge capital. Again, I mentioned that earlier in the presentation, the ability to bring in kind of quicker capital for the purpose of a discounted payoff, or some sort of bridge situation where maybe they have the final senior debt lined up, final financing, but they need a quick solution. We can bring in that. Also partner buyouts. We see a lot of that where either a family run company maybe is looking to sell, or maybe there's a business where one of the partners is about to retire. We've got some really nice solutions when it comes to partner buyouts, where we can be a little creative when it comes to getting that business the liquidity that they need. And so finally, as we go to the last slide, we have a lot of working capital programs. Then we also have, for small businesses and kind of smaller real estate investors, a really innovative no credit check and a cash credit line. Those are provided by some of our FinTech lenders, and it's a really great solution. It goes up to 100,000. And for small businesses, especially if a bank is not able to provide them a revolving credit line because of their credit scores, lots of clients want a credit line. They want that control. They want that on-demand capital. And so this no credit check credit line has been a very popular program for us. And it's also a good solution, especially if the client has kind of worse credit. So transitioning on now, I want to talk a little bit about our nationwide platform for commercial real estate. We are very active in the commercial real estate space. I want to kind of cover some of the different programs that we have. When it comes to office, retail, and industrial, obviously we have all your different first and second lien credit facilities, mezzanine financing, bridge financing. I've spent a fair amount of time talking about. And then again, like I mentioned, for clients in the commercial real estate space, I think where we provide a lot of value is not only can provide the senior debt for cash out refinance or for the purchase, but we have these different revenue-based lines of credit and working capital solutions where we don't always necessarily need to lean against the actual commercial asset itself. But we do have groups that will provide solutions, in that capacity against the asset itself. But where we can provide value, like I mentioned, is like with our business credit card program, with our other lines of credit, with our term loans, other solutions that maybe that commercial real estate investor never really thought about. But once they learn about these programs, they get really excited because there's other capital needs that investors have outside of just the senior debt for the purchase of of the building. So along with office and retail, industrial, we also cover hospitality. We're very active in the hospitality space. We can provide solutions for both flagged and non-flagged assets. Distressed assets are a big niche for us as well. I think some of the things to point out in the hospitality space, again, where we provide value, not only in providing the senior debt, but we can cover, PIP financing, property improvement plan financing for clients that are, looking to, remodel or enhance their existing hotel asset. We can cover all the FF&E and then also equipment leasing. So let's say the hospitality asset is looking at a restaurant, we can cover all the restaurant equipment, for example. So hospitality is a great niche for us, and also a lot of our lenders, like to extend liquidity into that niche. So, and then multifamily for sure is by far and large one of the hotter assets. A lot of investors are buying up multifamily assets. We can cover your traditional properties, everything from 2 to 12 units, then all the way up to 350 apartment units in an apartment complex. Along with that, student housing, we see a lot of activity in that niche, especially around a lot of the colleges and universities nationwide. And then senior housing. Senior housing is a very active niche as well, especially with a lot of the baby boomers retiring. And so we can cover, pretty much all the senior, debt solutions. Green loans are very popular. New construction loans are very popular as well. And then again, as I had mentioned, with multifamily, typically there's a need to rehab, each of the units. And so we have some different innovative revenue-based lines of credit that allow us to be able to get that owner and that sponsor, the liquidity that they need to finish up their rehabs. So along with the senior debt, like I was mentioning, I mentioned earlier some of the different programs that we have. We have our our different credit lines for startups. We also have our no credit check credit line. And so working capital, again, and that's why our platform does so well is the diversity of it. We don't just do commercial real estate, but by providing commercial real estate, corporate finance, small business, and equipment financing, it allows us to cover all the different needs that commercial real estate investors have. So I want to thank you for taking the time to review this presentation. Again, what's unique about Rainstar is the diversity and the breadth of our platform. We can help everyone from the first-time owner operator buying his first semi-truck all the way up to your large middle market company looking for a $30 million credit facility. We can cover everything in between. We've worked very hard over the years creating a lot of very strong relationships in the capital market space. And those relationships are the relationships then that we have today that have created this alternative debt financing platform. And so for you as a banker, we really look forward to having the opportunity to work with you. We have just some awesome relationships with bankers. And if you've spent the time to watch this presentation, we look forward to working and speaking with you soon. So the next step really is, I'd recommend sitting down either in person or on another call with your Rainstar Capital Group director. They can address any of the questions that we've discussed today. Obviously, we've covered kind of a broad array of different programs and such, but they can go through and address any specific questions that you might have. And then the next step is, to kind of start doing business, discussing potential transactions and how we obviously can, close that deal. So I want to reiterate that we look forward to working with you. Bankers, like I mentioned, are a big source of business for us, and we look forward to partnering with you so that we both can mutually gain and we can provide for those clients the solutions that they need to be able to grow their business. So thank you again for taking the time to watch this presentation, and have a great day.